Sorry, you were just criticizing me?
Yes. You should get that clock tower
No,
in there.
nope, nope. It's all me.
All persons having anything to do before the Honorable Douglas C. Woodlock, Judge of the United States District Court for the District of Massachusetts, now holding in Boston, in and for the District of Massachusetts, may draw near, give their attendance, and they shall be heard. God save the United States of America and this honorable court. The court is now open. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Mindell, and I'm pleased to represent the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services and the Department of Homeland Security in these proceedings today. Your Honor, there are 44 applicants for naturalization present who wish to change the name as part of the naturalization process. The government has investigated the reasons for these changes and proposes no objection. I respectfully move that all 44 name changes be allowed. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, there are also 414 applicants for naturalization present today. Each applicant has been duly examined under the provisions of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952 as amended, and each has been found well qualified for the United States citizen. At this time, I respectfully move that you request the clerk of the court to administer the oath of allegiance to all 414 applicants, thus bestowing upon them one of our nation's highest honors, the United States citizenship.
Applicants for citizenship, please stand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me, saying your name after the word I. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince or potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or of which I am heretofore been a subject or citizen. That I will support and defend the Constitution and law administration or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
First things first, I think you owe each other a round of applause. You know, over 45 years ago, President Johnson signed the immigration bill which transformed the way in which and the places from which people were admitted to naturalized citizenship in the United States. And at that time, he gave a short speech that I think is equally needed for us today. He said, "Our nation, America, is built by a collection of strangers from 100 different lands around the world. They poured forth into the empty land, joining and blending into one mighty, irresistible stream. The land flourished because it was fed by so many sources, because it was nourished by so many different cultures and traditions of people. And from this experience," President Johnson said, "unique in the history of nations, has become America's better attitude for the rest of the world. We are, because of what we are, safer and stronger in a world that is as varied as people who are citizens of the United States." And so, as I look out this afternoon at a variety of faces, all of them smiling, representing the variety of different lands from which you would come, I think how far-sighted President Johnson was when he signed the bill. And just to illustrate the variety, let me ask you to help me demonstrate the various lands from which you would come, the various lands that nourish our country. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a list of the countries from which the new citizens have come. I'm going to start with Albania, and I'm going to go all the way to Vietnam. But when I call out the name of your country, I'd like you to stand and remain standing. That means the people from Albania are going to have to stand a long time. Vietnam will only get up for the short time. But I think together we're going to learn, like President Johnson did, by the variety of places from which our citizens come. So let me start. From Albania, from Algeria, but stay standing. You can't sit down. The Albanians cannot sit down. The Algerians have to stand up too. From India, from Argentina, from Bangladesh, from Barbados, from Belarus, from Belize, from Bolivia, from Bosnia and Herzegovina, from Brazil. Now, we can start probably a soccer league. From Bulgaria, from Burma, from Cambodia, from Canada, from Cape Verde, from Chile, from the People's Republic of China, from Colombia, from Czechoslovakia, from the Dominican Republic. So not only do we have a soccer league, we also have a baseball team. From Ecuador, from Egypt, from El Salvador, from Estonia, from Ethiopia, from France, from Germany, from Ghana, from Greece, from Guatemala, from Haiti, from Honduras, from Hong Kong, from India, from Iran, from Ireland, from Israel, from Jamaica, from Japan, from Kenya, from Korea, from Lebanon, from Nigeria, from Malaysia, from Mexico,
Arabia, from Sierra Leone, from South Korea, from Somalia, from St. Lucia, from Switzerland, from Syria, from Taiwan, from Thailand, from Trinidad and Tobago, from Turkey, from Uganda, from the United Kingdom, from Ukraine, from Uruguay, from Uzbekistan, from Venezuela, and from Vietnam. So you see how far-sighted President Johnson was about the great your choice of citizenship in this country nourishes us. But I must tell you that you honor us, and you are us now, greatly, and you are stronger and safer by choosing to join us in this great cause. There's a larger group. We are here, each one of us, because our fathers, or our grandfathers, our mothers, or grandmothers, or great-grandparents stood in a place, not as grand as this perhaps, and took an oath, like Justice Frankfurt, his father, did, and like the very own oath that you took. They were strangers who had chosen to become fellow citizens, and they made us all flourish, nourishing us all in this land of ours. And this is not a vision that came and went with President Johnson when he signed the Immigration Act in the 1960s. Our recent presidents of both political parties, even in the face of political difficulties, have reaffirmed this vision. Our last president, George Bush, put it this way: America's welcoming society is more than a cultural tradition. It is a fundamental promise of our democracy. Our Constitution does not limit citizenship by background or by birth. Instead, our nation is bound together by a shared love of liberty and a conviction that all people are created with dignity. Through the generations, Americans have upheld that vision by welcoming new citizens from across the globe. And that has made us stand apart. And maybe even more pertinently, our current president, Barack Obama, emphasized at this point at the very earliest part of his administration when he held a naturalization ceremony at the White House, which is almost the same as it's happening. President Obama observed at that time that for more than 2 centuries, this nation has been a beacon of hope and of opportunity. A place that has drawn enterprising men and women from around the world who have sought to build a life as good as their talents and hard work would allow. And generation after generation of immigrants have come to these shores because they believe that in America, all things are possible. And if there's anything that the President's life tells us, is I believe the life stories of each of you and your children tell us. It is that anything is possible for sons and daughters. One of the things that was so meaningful about President Obama's ceremony, was that it was for those members of the armed forces and those citizens of the United States. And you will all serve, I'm sure, in your various ways, but some people serve with special responsibilities. And we have among us today one such person, Andre Pesha from Haiti, who has been a specialist in the United States Army for 4 years, and back recently from Kuwait. All of you will have a chance to vote, all of you will have a chance to serve your country, but I want to especially, as President Obama did in his first naturalization ceremony, call out those of our new citizens who have given so dramatically to defense of this country. As your first collective act as citizens of the United States, I'd like you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Actually, not joining me, but joining Vanessa Pereira, who is here on the stage with me. Her mom, Luz Marina, became a citizen here from Colombia. Her dad is here in Singapore as well. Vanessa is a 5th grade student. I've learned not to tell her our lady stages, so I won't tell her. But she's a 5th grade student at the Excel Academy Charter School in East Boston, here in the United States. And so, Vanessa will come join me and ask all of us
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's the first of your responsibilities. But your major responsibility is to develop and nourish your self-education and your decision to bring to this country what this country desperately needs, and ultimately a group of people who care deeply about liberty and freedom and the opportunity to exercise all